Good afternoon, sports fans. We are here in the late, early afternoon, early evening from the afternoon, I would say. And of course, there's another day of basketball that we have coming on today. And it is the start of that good old Sweet 16. As we all know, it is March Madness and it has been kicking off on a great side. But before we get into all that good stuff and all that good talk, picks, and thoughts about this March Madness, want to definitely come out and say thank you to all those that's always tuned in and always just commenting, whether it's through watching shorts, you name it, whatever you do to tune in to the channels between WTP Sports Dudes, FanDuels, as well as WTP Sports Dudes, and even City League TV. Ask somebody. We got Parlay Pro coming as well. Anything that you're doing to tune into those respective channels, we appreciate you, and we just gonna keep bringing you the funkiness and the flavor, along with so many different things that we do. So there's talks that we've had, on the late night side of GOAT Talk, Top PG Talk. We've been in the chat about greatest teams of all time talk on the college basketball side. And I'm sure we're going to be so heavy in so many of those talks. We're going to bring some of those to you as well and see what some of those picks will be for your respective teams and some of the teams that you may have seen over the years, whether it's in your time and in today's time, and with a mixture of both. I think we'll have some pretty good lists with everyone respectively, and it'll make some great talk and great discussion as well. So, with all those good things being said, it is March Madness. It is Thursday. It is the Sweet 16, and yes, we have a lot of big games coming up. In fact, we have 4 of those games today coming up. And that first one is the latest one of them all, which I think is going to be a banger indeed. You have the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And you're talking about 2 teams that have definitely earned their respective rights in being where they are. Arkansas, their resume speaks for itself. They definitely have been playing some great basketball over the past few years with Sweet 16 berths. And this Texas Tech team has gotten a Toppin kid. That's another one. We talk about these Toppin boys, and it's another one that's in over here in Texas Tech, and he's putting up quite a show with the team that he has there. So with this Arkansas Texas Tech game, this is going to be probably one of the most, I would say, underrated games, but a great game to watch. I'm definitely going to be tuned in, whether I'm traveling, moving around, or whether I'm sitting down. And I had St. John's coming out on top of the game before, in which Arkansas, Coach Kyle did what he do, and he got the win. So with this game, respectively, I'm going with the Arkansas team. Their number is 10, and that was my number when it came to me hooping in high school and basketball, and I still rock that number 10 today. So I'm taking Coach Kyle as he coached one of those teams. That's, we'll get to them guys tomorrow, but you know what it is, Big Blue Nation. And I'm taking this Arkansas team to beat this Texas Tech team, but I think this will definitely be a great game. Arkansas will be getting one of their shooters back, I believe, and I know he's going to be hungry. I know he's going to be ready. And knowing Coach Kyle, he done the necessary things to get him ready to be able to shoot that ball today. I know he's ready for him to get out there and perform amongst the madness, and you never know. And this Sweet 16 from this point on forward, it's always that one shiny moment. So I'm definitely looking for some stars to step up. Wagner, we know what he could do. Toppin, we know what he could do, but who else is going to show up? Those are key questions as I mentioned, the shooter that is coming out for Calipari, and he hasn't played in quite a few. So definitely looking forward to this game, but I'm taking Arkansas for the win. And the next game we got, I think this is going to be a great game. Great, great game. As we've seen in the last performance that Maryland had, they came out with a game winner in which some thought it was a travel. I think it was a bucket. Great move, no travel. I think it really depends on the angle in sorts of ways. And, when we're seeing it from our perspective view, the rest may not see it from that same view. Who knows sometimes? But bucket's good. Maryland's playing Florida. But I'm taking Florida in this game. I have Florida advancing in my bracket, and I'm taking Florida in this game. I have these two teams playing each other respectively, but I have Florida winning. Clayton Jr. is a different beast, man. Just watching clips of him, he looks like a former guard that they had over in Florida, and Devin Booker. Just how fluid his game is. Not saying he's Devin Booker. Let me be correct with that, because sometimes when you say things, people could get them misunderstood and the comparison. So just the smoothness in his game, you can compare similarities and looks of shades and things like that, but he's a gamer. And when he have a team that, is wanting for him to perform and looking to do things to help his game throughout, whether he's shooting in a slump or he can't get started off great, they're still pushing him to continue on. So with that being said, I like this Florida team. Don't get me wrong. This Florida team with Queen, Reese, Gillespie, they're definitely a great team. I'm not holding nothing back against this Maryland team. They definitely come on the ball. And for your freshman to hit a big shot like that, that says a lot about your coaching, but that says a lot about the talent that you also have. And a freshman being able to have the instinct to want the ball in the winding seconds, probably the biggest shot so far of this tournament that we've seen. And with that being said, looking forward to it being a great game. And I'm taking the Florida Gators over the Maryland Terrapins. And this next one we have, y'all know who I'm going to be ready to talk about in this one. You got the BYU Cougars against the Alabama Crimson Tide. And I'm sure AJ is definitely going to be in the building tonight, possibly respectively, because I believe he is out of his state run for the title and all those good things. AJ might be in the building tonight. This BYU team, man, they're scrappy. They're long. They're athletic. They got Richie Rich. And let me talk about the Russian. And I call him Igor Denham. Y'all better watch that boy. 6'9" point guard, man. This BYU team, I think, is going to be scary for Alabama today. I think Sears is going to be in for a battle. And the reason I say that, going up against a 6'9" guard, I really watched this BYU team. That first half, the last round they played, they're just as athletic as you can figure any team in this tournament. When you put them on the floor, they show their skill and their athleticism. And let me not get back to Richie Rich. I'm looking for a 30 ball, Richie. Show me the money. Shoot the leather off that thing tonight. And Igor, you just keep balling. You getting about 10, 11 points a game, 5 assists. You're locking in defensively, but 6'9", man, freshman. Make sure you remember this name. Make sure you remember Igor Denham. You wear it, but that's his name. And he does a great job of playing that position. And one thing I know is this Alabama team with Sears, the team play with Alabama is, one of a kind. When you have a point guard that, his team goes as he goes, but he's able to claw. We can't ask for much more of what he's bringing to the table for this Alabama teams in the years he's been there, and especially this year. whether it's been games you had to dig them out as a team, but they all perform together as a unit and continue to battle. That's one thing about this Alabama team. They stay together as a unit. They stay behind Sears, and Sears continue to be great, and he pushed himself. So with this game, I think it's going to be. I don't know. I think this might be the best billing tonight. Might be, but I'm gonna say second because I don't know that Florida Maryland game is. Oh my goodness, I know that's gonna have fireworks. Then it's another one we about to get to. But I have BYU. I have Richie Rich and the Cougars, and let's not forget about the Kiba versus Grant matchup down low with the bigs rebounding the basketball. You know, being able to be alternate shots, be so effective down low. You know, on both sides of the paint. Seeing how they managed to get into the paint and possibly score. So a lot of these things are going to be key. Shooting from Sears, shooting from Richie Rich, ball handling from Igor, of course, and like I said, Igor and Richie Rich, BYU. AJ, y'all gonna be in great hands next year, along with the other talents y'all have still there. Looking forward to forward to seeing y'all do so much more. But I'm definitely going with BYU Cougars tonight. Let's go. AJ, are you going to be in the building? That's just a question here from Level Up Sports 10, MossBurgh. I just asking a question. If he's going to be in the building, look out, Alabama, because that alone will definitely bring some momentum to that BYU Cougar side. And you just don't know. Sweet 16 could be very sweet for these Cougars, especially if they can knock off the Alabama Crimson Tide tonight. And I have them doing so. And that tip off, I do believe, is one of the later games at about 9 o'clock tip off. So make sure you stay locked and tuned in for that. They have Alabama favorite, but 4.5, but 175.5 is the point total. And out of all the points so far, this is the most points that they have out there, and that is over almost 20 points above all the other games out there. And this last one, but not least, one of the iconic battles and programs. You're talking about Arizona Wildcats. You're talking about the Duke Blue Devils. You're talking about two very, very well-known programs. Of course, we all know Duke. We all know Arizona. National championships. You talk about programs that's been there, done that. Final Four, championships, Elite Eight, every type of appearance, overall number one. You name it, they've been there. It's 1 through 4. Very seldom you see them out of these positions when it comes to tournament positioning and rankings. So, with that being said, Caleb Love, we see you. You've been balling these last 10 games. Word on the street, you've been balling. You've been balling. And FanDuel, Zaya said, Battle of the Blue Bloods. Man, listen, FanDuel, this one could be so good, so great. Like, when I was thinking about this matchup, because I was upset that I couldn't really get in the stream because, of course, my schedule and how busy I was like, man, it's so many things to say. We'll probably be on for hours. Duke, Arizona. You talking about Coach K. You talk about Olsen. You talk about so many different coaches, so many players through this rivalry over the years, and now you're talking about today's game, tonight's matchup. You know, you got Cooper Flag, you got Proctor, Mr. Australia, you got the Sudan sensation, as I call him, Mr. Malik. I mean, then you got Knipple. I mean, this Duke team is coming at you in waves with weapons, and I mean, you every position, and they're starting to go deep in their bench. This is a Sweet 16. They've been on their bench the last 2 games now. If Duke go into their bench this first half, that could be scary because that's letting the world know, guess what? Man, we ready to rock, and we giving them all this experience because the way it is, you're going to need the play time in this tournament because I think there are going to be points where some players have to step in and they're going to have to be ready. And this Duke team has had players that's played and they've been ready when they've stepped in these last in the last game I noticed. So, you know, for Arizona, Caleb Love, what more can I say? All eyes is going to be on you. This is your fifth year. A lot of people are, wondering what you're going to do. That's the big question. Can you take out Duke? And you've played, in North Carolina, we know, and now you're at Arizona. You got another shot at them. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. Will you come away with a big win, or will the Dukies prevail and roll on to the Elite Eight? As for me, I got the Dukies, little bro, little bros, because I know they're gonna be tuned in watching the game tonight. Y'all Dukies gonna get that victory, and y'all gonna roll to the Elite Eight. And they got Duke favorite 9.5. 145 and a half is the point total that they have this game at, and I really don't see if Cooper Flag, the big man, the big sedan sensation, gets started off fast. I don't know. It could get scary for Arizona. I think Knepel could be probably one of the best defensive point guards um, in the ACC. I think he could possibly be in his tournament if you looked at the time he's matched up, and on the floor. So I think the way he plays defensively could definitely hurt Arizona and Love's ability to score. So that's one thing I'm going to be looking at. But I'm definitely going to be looking at your boy Proctor to see how well he shoots the ball, because he was shooting that thing. He was shooting. I don't know, FanDuel, would you call it shooting a leather off that thing? Or what would you say he was doing in that last game? You tell me, because the way he was shooting that thing, man, I was like, I don't know if that's leather. He's shooting that off. He might be doing something whole different, man. Because, I mean, to catch it, hitting with one jab step, I couldn't ask for nothing more from him. So, other than those pretty much are my picks for the Sweet 16. And FanDuel says shooting the leather off that ball. Yes, sir. I agree. But for me, I tried to keep it simple, sweet, short, fast, on my Sweet 16 picks for tonight's games. So make sure you stay locked in and loaded, because you know us, man. We might come through, hit you with the late night stream tonight, because it is March Madness. It is basketball. So with that being said, MossBurgh don't have much more, man. Make sure y'all stay locked in. Y'all stay tuned in to everything we got coming, because FanDuel, Parlay Pro, Ask Somebody, T1, City League TV, Man of Many Hats, Go Blue, Hook'em, WTP Sports Dudes, Natty, FanDuel. I'm just respectively going through all the names we be saying, man. I love it. Oh, I'm loving it. And I'm not talking about Mickey D's, but I love your coffee, so don't sue me. And I would love to drink it on the stream any day of the week. Shoot it through Mickey D's. I will drink your coffee every day, whoever you are. I'm a coffee drinker. I want you. That's what keeps me going. So make sure you stay tapped in. FanDuel, as I said, Parlay Pro, T1, City League TV, Ask Somebody, Man of Many Hats, WTP Sports Dudes. That's who all puts this together. And your man MossBurgh, Level Up Sports 10. Y'all know what we do. We hit y'all with the peace signs. March Madness tonight. Stay locked in, tuned in, and y'all know what we doing, man. We coming with the flavor. FanDuel, man. I know that chat is going crazy. I put my phone on vibrate, so I can't wait to jump back in it. Fans, people, make sure y'all stay tuned in and locked in. Level Up Sports 10, MossBurgh, peace, and we out. Y'all know what we doing. Holla at us.